Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Bank, otherwise known as Black Auntie No Kids, and I do appreciate you clicking on the video and joining me as I do reactions, provide commentary, and just give us a place to discuss what's going on here on these YouTube streets. As usual, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel if you already haven't. Let's get started. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Black Auntie No Kids, and I'm going to do a reaction commentary video to Liv's latest video. And she uploaded this yesterday, and it's the title of the video is "I lost custody." Sorry, I had to give up custody of my two kids. Now, if you've been watching Liv long enough, you know that that's a clickbait title. She's not giving up custody of her kids. I know there's speculation here out on the YouTube streets, but I don't think that's the case. I do believe that Raquel and her mom understands that she needs help, that she couldn't do it by herself because the girl was fading fast. And I'm sorry if you hear my fan in the background. You guys, I am going through what I call or what's commonly called um, my personal summer. So I have the fan on. I just have to have that air blowing. So I apologize if you can hear it in the background. But anyway, this video is a response to her audience. So what Olivia does, and we all know this. Oh, and let me just say, because I think I cut myself off. Raquel and Stella knows that Olivia was spiraling, and as usual, they jump in to save the day. And part of saving the day for Olivia is, hey, come live with me. So the whole point of her going to Clearwater back to Florida to be around Raquel is to get herself together, to get back into school, get her kids straightened out because we know AJ was hell on wheels and Kailani was just not getting the nurturing that she needs to thrive. To me, Kailani is not thriving. That's my opinion, and that's because she's dealing with Olivia. Olivia is limited in what she can offer this child that she had for God knows what reason. We all can speculate. But anyway, so she's down there or she's over there in Florida now with Raquel, and she's supposed to be a whole different person. And for the first 3 weeks, 3 weeks or so she's been there, she's been doing pretty good with those boring workout videos and then her living the life. Now, in my opinion, those videos of her living her life, going to the beach and hanging out, that was for her audience. Olivia has this is Olivia's core audience. Her loyalty gang, let's not even get into them. They're a bunch of teenagers, which is understandable because Olivia is a teenager on steroids. The girl can literally do whatever she wants to do. She can drink, smoke cigarettes, have sex, have babies out of wedlock, curse. She can do whatever she wants. Remember, she likes to remind us that she's doing what she wants and we have to do what we have to do. So she's winning. And then there are some older females who, just for some reason, maybe they see some similarities. Maybe they are similar to Olivia, who, in my opinion, is oppositional defiant. She can't take responsibility for nothing. And some of these women are the same, and some of them have been burnt by their baby daddies, and they are experiencing what Olivia is going through, and they say it's through no fault of their own. Some of them that may be true, some might not. But then you just got people who just like people, and for some reason, some people are charmed by her. I don't get it, and I'm not going to try to explain it. So we have the loyalty gang. We have her family. She has to perform for the camera because she got on here and made a fool out of herself. She crashed out. And I'm pretty sure Raquel was like, honey, that's not what you're here for. You're living in my house with my husband. And I'm pretty sure, I hope her husband is not entertaining that mess. This child is coming on here, or this woman, I say this child because she acts like one, talking about how she is living in the lap of luxury. She doesn't have to work. She could just live her life. She's got it made. And I will feel some type of way if my sister came to live with me with her two kids and she's on the internet saying that she don't have to do anything but look pretty for the camera. I would feel some type of way. Even if I know she's trolling, I still would feel some type of way because you got me in on this mess. So then you have to add in Gerard and Nisha. They're a part of her audience and to some extent her children because I do believe that Robin may watch her videos. But Gerard and Nisha are part of our audience. And of course, the reactor commentary community, and everyone who supports that community, they are a part of her audience. So what she does after she does a disastrous live like this, she goes and gets feedback. And the way she does that, she rewatches her videos. She she watches reactors videos, and I believe she goes over to LSA and she looks at what they're saying. So she's out here on the streets sniffing around to see what people are saying or how it was received. The reality is she knows how it's going to be received. She knows that people are going to do videos about her. And she's also trying to flush out whoever is giving out information. She has some ideas about that and she discusses it in a video. I'm sorry this intro is so long. Feel free to skip ahead. But I just kind of want to lay some groundwork here into how I do my reactions or commentary videos. Olivia makes me itch. Okay. And I've said that many times. She irks my spirit, and we are guaranteed to get a live like this from her at least I would say about twice a month under her current circumstances. When she was really like flaming out earlier this spring, or actually she's been flaming out for quite a while, I would say. Well, I don't think she ever stopped since she got back to Texas, but it was like it was coming to a head during the springtime. But speaking of itches, her personality, this personality that we saw the other day, that is the true Olivia. And all these other personalities that live in her head, the wannabe Cardi B slash Amber Rose slash Marilyn Monroe sex kitten, those are personalities that live in her head. Okay, and we all know that. But the real Olivia is always, you know, aching to get out. It's like an itch that she has to scratch. And then when she does entertain that itch, she goes to town. And it's entertaining for us. And she knows how this game works. And if you're not familiar with the game, she flames out. She says inflammatory things. She says things that she knows is going to get people talking. Thus, it brings her views. And reactors and commentators like myself, we know if we talk about her and we do it on a consistent basis, we'll get views. So it's an ecosystem. And every now and again, she'll go on a strike spree. They all do. But if you are a veteran here on YouTube or you're in tune with how YouTube works, those strikes are not going to go anywhere if you fight them properly. And speaking of, let me put my banner up. I didn't put my banner. How could I not? Let me show that banner. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this video and I'll discuss some other things that or how I feel because I don't take her seriously, even though she irks my spirit. And that's why I primarily watch her through reactors because I like to bounce off of other people in the chat over the things that are happening that we all observe and we're all on one accord with. And for the last about a month or so, I've been watching her on my own as much as I can. I skimmed this video. I do know she starts really kind of talking about what she wants to around the 4 minute and 45-second mark. So that's where I'm going to start this video. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
I wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on. Listen, people are always telling me, Liv, you're so strong. Liv, you're so brave. Liv, I admire your strength. And like, I appreciate that, y'all. And I do think that I'm very strong. I do. I know I'm strong. The stuff that I've been through, the stuff that I've overcome, I know that I'm very, very strong. But you guys, I also don't think I'm all that strong, just for the simple fact that I am a Cancer. I don't want to blame it on that, but like, I'm very emotional and I express my emotions how I express my emotions. I'm quick with it. I I do things before I think. You know what I mean? I say things before I think sometimes. And I don't know. I don't love that about myself, and I'm trying to change that. But as I'm trying to change that, problems still arise, and Liv gets caught up back in the bullshit. You know what I mean? So, you know, my birthday weekend, I was very vulnerable with you guys, and I told you guys that I miss my kids, because I haven't been speaking on my kids or anything like that. People were like, oh, you just up and left your kids. You guys don't know what happened with that situation. You can assume all you want, but until I come up here and explain everything, you don't know what happened. So if you don't know, you shouldn't speak. But this is social media, and crazy people have access to the internet, unfortunately. So they come on social media and they run wild. But I made it a point not to speak about my kids, because at this point, with people who attack me and try to antagonize me and hurt me and bring me down, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Anything I do, I will be ridiculed, shamed, made fun of, anything I do, because certain people, a big group of people, don't like me and they just want to see me down, okay? So I understand that now. It's obvious. We're not going to act like it doesn't happen, because it happens every day here on YouTube. Whether you see it that way or whether you want to acknowledge that is up to you, but it's the truth, okay? So I decided not to talk about my kids anymore. No. For what? There's no reason to. People don't care. They just want information so they can go back and talk about it, make fun of me, ridicule me, bring me to da da da, you know? That's the only reason they want information. Nobody cares.
Now, Olivia, in my opinion, the reason not to talk about your kids is because you're not with them. You abandon them. Point blank simple. And the reason why you're doing this video, so let's be very clear. Olivia, the reason why you're doing this video is because you're out here on these YouTube streets listening. Don't say people are bringing this stuff to you. You're listening. And even if people are bringing this stuff to you, you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to watch. Just like you say, we don't have to watch you. You don't have to watch us. So the reason why you're out here in your feelings is for a couple of reasons. Number one, this is how you get paid. If you did not watch the reactions or read what the comments are saying about you, you would not have any content. Because let me tell you what your comment would be. Sorry, your content would be. Your content would be similar to what you started earlier in this video, just you doing an unboxing for all your birthday gifts from your Amazon wish list, or you want a treadmill or a stair climber walking, doing nothing. And she just uploaded another troll video before I started doing this reaction. And I kind of skimmed through it. I don't want to kind of give it away if you already don't know. But basically, outside of talking about what other people are saying about you or what's going on with Gerard and Nisha, you don't really have anything worth clicking into or commenting, sorry, or that's going to bring anybody to the yard. The weight loss journey, that could be something, but that's not something you built your audience around. And to be honest, you're not in it for any other reason than for self gratification. And weight loss should be self gratification. So take this. Take this the way I'm giving it to you. Yes, you're doing weight loss and you are succeeding. You are succeeding. You're doing something that millions of people have done. You're using those weight loss shots. And some people would argue you still have to do the workout. That is true, but you still can lose weight without working out. And it does suppress the appetite, so you're automatically going to lose the weight. Now, the issue is with sagging skin, and I call it the Ozempic head, which she does have. But it's not like you're doing anything special. It's not like you're actually putting in the hard work. And there are people out here putting in the hard work. I would say Jasmine worked harder than you. Yes, she used the B12 and the phentermine to help her along, but that child was working out. Your goal is to get this hot body, excuse me, is to get this hot body to flex on your trolls, your so-called trolls, the reactors, and the people who hate you or jealous of you, want your life, and for Anisha. You also want Gerard to quote unquote see what he's missing out on. So let's be honest as to why you're up here. And that was the whole reason why you even talked about your kids on your birthday. The streets was ablaze with the fact that you abandoned your kids and you weren't talking about them. You weren't talking about them because you didn't know what the heck was going on with them. And you really couldn't justify why you left. You tried some little sad song, but nobody is buying that. Nobody. So I guess you can continue to try to gaslight the people who have opinions or feel some type of way about what you did, and also you like your loyalty gang is good with this. So keep going. I'm interested to hear this in its entirety. Again, I've heard most of it, but not all of it.
Now, my supporters, I know my supporters care, but there's nothing you guys can do about it other than encourage me, and I love you guys encouraging me. But instead of talking about it, I just decided to deal with it on my own and work through it. My birthday was hard as far as me missing my babies, okay? And I spoke on it, which was a mistake. My sister was like, why did you speak on it, Olivia? There's no reason to. Like, don't bring yourself down. And she's right. Like, there's no reason to talk about my children on social media at all. But here's the other flip side to it. I'll go and I won't say anything, right? I'll go mind my business, won't talk about my kids, won't talk about my ex, won't talk about anything. But on the other side, we have people on my ex's side of things who want to come onto social media and antagonize me, who want to come on social media and tell me and my kid's business, whether it is his wife or her family or whoever it is. You have to understand that these people, her and her family, knew that I did social media. They knew of me and Gerard and our family before he got with her. So, and I know that her mom watches my channel. Like, her people watch my channel, okay? So he pretty much got with the ops, okay? Got with some crazy fan people who watched us and envied us and idolized us, who knows? But my whole point is, I will be doing my own thing, minding my business, living my best life. And people come on here to antagonize me. They give my information to other people. Other people then come up on here and talk about it, whether it's the lies or the truth, whatever. It's antagonizing me, and it's doing it through my kids. So it triggers me. It upsets me, if you guys could understand that. I'm sure reasonable people who are watching this with children can completely understand that, But anyway, I had a weak moment, to say the least, okay? I had to remind people who I was and what it is. But I'm not happy that I did that because I accomplished nothing. We already know that certain people are dirt.
Olivia, you're absolutely right. You accomplished nothing. And you did show people who you really was. See, she said it herself. So, Olivia, this is you, right? Okay. What we saw the other day is you. And if what people are saying is not true, why are you worried about it? Why do you even watch? Why can't you just do your content? There are plenty of people on here who have channels bigger than yours. You have celebrities out here who get criticized and flamed on a day-to-day basis. They don't feel the need to address it. Some of them don't even know that it's happening. So they are able to navigate the world just fine. They have supporters out there that will go to bat for them. They have just an example, a prime example is your ex and his new wife. They don't have to come out here and say anything. There are people who are willing to do it for them. Now, I know there's an issue with you assuming that somebody is spilling the tea. I'm just going to say this. I don't know whether it's true or not. I personally find that Olivia will spill her own tea eventually. She gives so many clues, so many context clues. And if you know how to troll, if you know how to play this game just like Olivia does, and there are some people out here who do know how to play the game. Um, they know how to egg her on. And just to give you an example, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Amira. I really enjoyed your panel yesterday. It was a social experiment. If you guys didn't see the live, go back and see the live. And I believe it was titled Gerard's Friend Speaks, and she does a whole interview. Okay. And it's very telling and it's very on point to how I felt or I feel about this situation. So Olivia, if you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it. I don't think you're going to learn anything from it, but if you are a casual viewer or you're looking for some new and different content, or you're an avid viewer, go over there and check that video out. The point is, Olivia eventually spills her own tea because all you have to do is make a suggestion, have something sound like it could be true regarding her. Whether it is or not, that's not my point. That's an argument for a different channel, okay? Not mine. But I'll just sit and wait because she will spill her tea. So for her to come up on here and act like she was forced or coerced into stepping out of character. No, she stepped into character. All this other stuff is out of character. Now, even in this diatribe, she goes in and out of character. She has a very slick tongue. She's right about that. She has a slick mouth. And again, this girl's been doing this for a long time. Olivia has been manipulating and gaslighting for a long time. And I guess she knows how this YouTube game works. She's been doing this long enough. You do something long enough, you become proficient in it. It doesn't matter how smart you are. We see Jasmine is able to do the same. And as I've been watching YouTube, as new players have been brought to my attention, they are learning. But these chicks have, 5, 10, 12, 15 years in this YouTube game. And they've had quite at least 5 or 6 years dealing with the reaction community. So they know exactly what they're doing.
Or disgusting or whatever the case may be, that no longer has anything to do with me. The only thing that ever concerns me are my kids. That's all I care about over there. That is it, and that is all. But people like to antagonize me through the relationship with my ex and through this and through that and whatever. I'll take responsibility for that because I've come on here and I've said too much about all of this. And in a sense, I wish that I never did, but it was my way of coping, And if it helped me instead of coming on here, like if it helped me to come on here and to vent and to act crazy and to get an attitude and talk shit, if that helped me to do that instead of do something more destructive because of the hurt and the pain and the suffering I was going through, I'm happy that I chose this route. Okay? Was it the best? No. Wish I could take some of it back? Yes, but so much has happened to me in the last 5 years. So much has happened to my kids and I in the last 5 years. And this is the way I was able to cope, And was it the best? No, but people have done much worse. So it is what it is. We're not too much on Olivia. Like I said before, if you don't like me, log out respectfully. Don't come back here, But if you support me and you love me, I love you too. And I appreciate you guys being here and being here through all the drama and the mistakes and the shit talking and the rants and the I appreciate you guys for being here and helping me through this, the people who support me. I really, really do. But this is not that. This is a new chapter of my life. And I'm not carrying that with me in this chapter. I'm not. People want me to. People want to continuously bring me back into that toxicity, but I will no longer be in that place. I won't. This is a new chapter for me and for my babies, all 5 of my babies. Whether you see them, whether you know when I call them, it's none of your business. It's not the internet's business what I do with my children. And I had to realize that, like, girl, that's why I don't show AJ. That's why I don't show Kailani like I used to. Here and there, you'll see them. But other than that, and it will never go back to you guys seeing my kids all the time, because there's psychos that watch and they want to be involved in your life. They want to create chaos in your life. And that's what they were doing to me in Texas. Oh, the CPS calls, the this, the that. That was the internet. It wasn't anything I was doing. It was just the fact that I was on the internet and I was showing my life. So we're done with all of that nonsense. And like I said before, people can continue to do this. People are going to continue to do this, because I'm not going to stay off their neck. And what I mean when I say that is, I'm going to continue to elevate no matter who, no matter what stands in my way. I'm going to continue to get better and better my life for me and my kids. And that's just going to piss off the haters even more, you know? So it is what it is. Like
Olivia, her mask is slipping. She reverted back to form real quick. And when she said, "Oh, I'm going to stay on you guys' neck," what she basically meant was that she is going to pop out every now and again and talk her mess, because that's what she does. Okay? That's what she does, and she does it well. So nobody is surprised to see that. And she tried to quickly reel it back in and then talk about how what goes on with her kids is nobody's business. But she continues to bring it to the internet. And she does it in the video today. I skimmed it a little bit. I didn't watch it, but she goes and tells the business anyway in the latest clickbait video. But if you never show AJ and Kai again, we're okay with that, because honestly, Kai, she just screams, and AJ steals your shine. And I feel a little bit uncomfortable watching a kid play around on video, because it does become the AJ show. It's no longer Liv's show. He has comedy. He has comedy. He does add comic relief, Liv. So you might want to rethink that, because yeah. But anyway, the point is, nobody cares if you don't show those kids. The only reason why you're not going to show them, I'm pretty sure, is because Raquel told you not to, and also you can't keep it together really in a good way, and it may cause people to call those alphabet people on you, and they'll come knocking on Raquel's door. I don't know what Raquel has going on in her home, but she does not want those folks in her business. So I hope you get an apartment soon, and excuse me, and we'll get more of the entertaining 5-hour lives.
come over here. I don't care what's going on anywhere else. As far as the miserable people that want to continue to come up on this internet and speak about me and my kids' relationship, I don't know. I can't do anything about that. The obsession will stay the obsession. And if anything, the obsession will grow because I will continue to elevate. Yeah. One more thing. There was something going around. Like I said, y'all don't know nothing. People don't know anything. So let me just correct something else while we're here. Pertaining to my children, right? There's like a rumor going around that my sister has custody of Kailani and AJ. No. Sorry. I can show my kids. They're my children. I have full custody of Kailani and AJ. Yes, I do. And I can, yeah, I mean, they're my babies. My sister would never take custody of my kids. Yeah. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I just want to clear that up because they were like, oh my God, like they took custody of Kailani and AJ and she can't show that. Y'all just go off at the, oh my God, if I don't give y'all any information, y'all just make your own stories. Girl, I saw this one comment dropped down. We're going to talk about it because it's funny. No, I'll save that one for the next one. We're going to save that one for the next one. I love y'all. Okay? Do your biggest one. Don't let these haters stop you. Yes, I'm talking to me, but I'm also talking to whoever is watching this that needs to hear this. Do your biggest one. The haters will try to stop you every which way, baby. And you know what you do? Check them out. Check them out. shikama. And you do the damn thing, girl. Okay, remember, the turtle always wins the race, baby. Okay, you know how much shit they talked about me? When I started this weight loss journey, bitch, I lost the most weight. I've stayed consistent through the whole thing, haven't gained shit back. I'm doing my biggest lane, maintaining the weight. Y'all don't know if I'm on the shots or off the shots. Y'all don't know what's going on with me. Just know that I'm doing the damn thing, right? Okay. Shots or not, I'm staying consistent, I'm staying dedicated, I'm staying disciplined, right? Okay. I love you so much to the people who love me. I love you guys too, okay? And I cut for y'all how you cut for me. I'm not asking for people to kiss my ass or anything like that, but give me grace. I'm a human being like everybody else, and I deserve grace. And you know what? I don't even care if y'all give it to me or not. I'm gonna take my grace. I've spent the last 5 years with my head held high, keeping myself above water, surviving in survival mode with everybody and everything against me. And I stayed strong, and I never allowed myself to break. I never allowed myself to give up. I never allowed myself to feel sorry for myself or nothing like that. And I'm not saying I'm feeling sorry for myself, but I'm gonna give myself some grace. I deserve to be happy. I do. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be loved right. I deserve to be appreciated. I deserve to be celebrated. And if you have no intention to give me any type of grace,
Olivia, you can have all of that, Grace, but there's work required to get that. Everything that you said, you're absolutely right. As human beings, we do deserve grace sometimes, and we do deserve to be happy. We do deserve to have love. But when you have left a trail of destruction behind you, grace is given when the work is done. I'm sorry, you created this path. And us people like me, even the loyalty gang, we don't have to give you anything. We can entertain you, and if we like you, we can give you grace. But no, we don't have to. So yeah, you will have to take it for yourself and give it to yourself, because that's the only way you can function. This pep talk that she was just giving herself is the only way that Olivia, at least in my opinion, can look at herself in the mirror. Okay, I know that she likes to think that she's this baddie, and she puts on like she's all of that. And she does that, in my opinion, because she has to in order to justify her existence, which is sad to me, because you would think just having kids and having a loving family and just being here and just being alive, being able to breathe air where some people were not granted the grace to get to be her age of 35, which she's in denial of. So she doesn't understand that. She doesn't want to do the work. She wants to go from straight from point A to point Z without going through B, C, D, E, F, etc. And she just wants people to forget again the trail of destruction that she has left behind. Now, all of those things that she wants should come primarily from her kids. And the oldest three, she's going to have to put in work. I've watched, well, first of all, in my personal life, I've seen people who have tried to reconnect with a parent that has abandoned them. And that goes some type of way. And Olivia really, she's got, I don't know, maybe in the next 10 years she will figure it out and be able to talk to her older kids about the decisions she made. And part of that is accepting responsibility for the part that she played in it. And if these videos are still around, they'll be able to correct her. I think she believes that, who knows, Olivia might take the videos down, but there are enough people who've documented her so called journey, this whole weight loss thing. Let me tell you, from someone who had lost a significant amount of weight, got really fit, and really needs to get back to that. So I do know that that's hard work and it is an accomplishment. But I will also tell Olivia, and this is something she's yet to figure out, even though she's dropped what, about 80 or 90 pounds already, and she does look very different than what she did before, is that you can look as different as you want on the outside, but it's the inside that matters. It's what's in your head and what's in your heart. And until you work on those two things, you're never going to feel satisfied. Okay, that's what even part of that your eating is all about. In regards to, we don't know if she's still taking those shots. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe she posted a video before this one. I believe it was a video before this one. Maybe it was after, I'm not sure. But she actually, and it was recent, that she showed herself giving herself a shot. So we know she's still on the shot. But that's neither here nor there. There is still some work required. Again, she will lose weight just taking the shot, but you do have to eat right and you have to work out if you don't want that sagging skin. But I'll let her finish up. I don't know how much longer we got on this video, but I'll let her finish up and then I'll come back and talk to you guys on the other side.
No way, get from around me, respectfully, okay? Because I'm human and I deserve grace like everybody else in this world. So, with that being said, you don't want to give it to me, I'm going to take it and I'm going to keep going with it, okay? This shit, time waits for nobody, baby. I'm about to start school. I'm about to finish school. Girl, I got so much in the works. I have so much in the works, and it's about action. It's not about talking. That's why I'm not going to talk to you guys about it. I don't need to come and talk to you guys about school. You don't need to know what I'm doing. You want to think you want to think you know what I'm doing? You guys have no idea what I'm about to go to school for. No idea at all. And that's the way I like it. Like I said, when I graduate and I have my ceremony, I might bring y'all, because at that point I'm done. You know, I'm done. You guys can see it. You guys can share all the glory moments with me, you know? When I lose the rest of this little weight I gotta get off, I'll let you guys know, you know? No more talking. It's all about action, showing results. And from the last couple weeks, last month or so, y'all been seeing me. Y'all been seeing me do my big one. And that's all it's about. So, like I said, I'm dedicated to my goals, all of my goals. Am I going to tell you guys all my goals? No, because they're my goals and people want to stop my goals. It's not going to happen. But we are going to be dedicated on this road, on this path that God has set in front of me. He has set my path up in front of me, and I'm going to keep walking this path. I might do a little jog here and there. Because, baby, it's only greatness from here on out. No more bullshit. And I gotta keep telling myself that shit. Liv, stop with the bullshit. People are gonna continue. The only way that my ex and any of those people over there can hurt me are through my kids. That's it. That's it. And people know that. But here's the thing. God sees all as well. So me coming up here, defending myself, fighting for myself, I don't need to do that anymore. And I already understand that. But sometimes, like I said, I have weak moments. And I'm like, how dare you? You know, it's like the audacity of people. But what we're going to do is we're going to continue to give it to God, because God sees everything too. And he's taking note too. And he's writing down names too. So do your biggest one. Whatever you guys, do whatever you guys gotta do, but do it away from me, far away from me. Don't come on my channel. I don't care about your negative comments. Don't come onto my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube channel. I don't care about none of your negative comments. It's not gonna stop me. It's not gonna slow me down. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna accomplish every single thing I ever said I was going to accomplish. This is my season. So welcome to Olivia's season. I'll see you guys on the next one. Be blessed. Do you, be you, and love you. Okay? Because nobody else out here got you, girl, like you, how you got you and how God got you. Okay? I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Okay, thank God that's over with, because let me just point this out. I'm just going to be very clear, very transparent, and stand in what I say. I hate when people use religion or God as a cudgel. In other words, they think that they are rebuking the devil, I guess. But when you are the devil or a disciple of the devil, they are the main ones who likes to use the Bible as a way to admonish people. Now, there are some true believers out here who really walk in the spirit, so I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Olivia. So if it doesn't apply, let it fly, okay? But Olivia is good at that. And what I think is hilarious, somebody's car alarm is going off. I hope you guys can't hear that. But anyway, I don't know why she thinks doing her quote unquote big one will make us feel some type of way. If it will get her doing something productive and getting her to exit stage left, I'm all for it because I don't really think this is something that needs to go on, especially because her kids are getting older. If Olivia somehow finds herself and is able to turn a corner and starts to put out positive content, that would be a win. And it won't just be a win for her, it'll be a win for her kids. And she already exposes her weakness. Like I said, Olivia gives up and gives away little bits here and there. So for those people who do want to troll her, come in her comments and make certain comments or post on LSA about her, or like us reactors and people in the commentary community to do videos on her. Some of them like to needle at her, and they do know those kids is a way to needle at her. All you have to do is say Nisha is the mom and she's the babysitter. Heck, Nisha trolled her and did her big one with that. Now, some people say that blew up in Nisha's face. That's not what this video is about. Maybe if as I continue to do reactions, that is something that I can get more into. But for the sake of this video, I'm not dealing with the topic of what happened between her and Gerard and whether it's true or not. I've made that very clear. If you have seen me in other people's chats, I've made it very clear where I stand on that. But where I stand on this video is this is a PR move by her. This is her feedback, or rather, this is her video after feedback. Like I said, Olivia goes and she gets feedback, and she gets feedback from her audience. And again, we are a part of her audience. She tries to act like we're not. That's again a part of her gaslighting and trolling. Make no mistake, she's talking to the reactors. Okay, she's talking to us. She's talking to the people that's in the chat of the reactors, and she's been listening. So I like it. I like that people do speak directly to her in the chat because she's in there watching. I don't know if she's in there live. She may be watching on the replay, but she's taking in all that information. That's all data for her. And one thing I did notice with her videos that she does it in one take. You don't get a lot of cuts. And what I mean, there's no quick pauses where people are editing. She's going straight off the dome. She's freestyling. Again, this is a part of the skill that she's developed over time on how to do these videos. But for me, I made it through to do this reaction, and hopefully, I can press forward to do a reaction to her latest video. But as for this channel, it won't just be focused on Liv because I actually think there's more interesting people out here to talk about. My guilty pleasure, to be quite honest, is Wine Glass and Chill. So I will be having some reactions to her. Jasmine is a hard watch for me. Maybe I'll go live and do my reactions to Jasmine and even Olivia because she's another hard watch. But I'll be bringing some other people on, and I want to give a shout out to Pineapples. Thank you, Pineapples. You put me on to someone, and she is still on. She still has her training wheels on when it comes to this social media game, but she is up there. She listen, her body of work that she's already posted and the stuff that she continues to post is way more interesting and substantive than what Olivia and Jasmine is doing, and that is West Indie Collection. If you have not watched Pineapple's channel, make sure you go over there and watch her reactions. She does them live. She's up bright and early and very consistently. She does these reactions, but West Indie Collection is something else. She did a reaction on this young lady a couple of days ago. I went down the rabbit hole, and so I will also be posting reactions on her. She is like I would say a NC-17 rating if you get my drift. Some of her content is questionable. I definitely have to watch it before I can react to it. react to it and even do a live reaction to it. But it's very interesting. And if you want to know more about her, like I said, I believe it was 2 days ago that Pineapples did a reaction on her, or you could just go to her channel and start checking out her content. But I will be doing other things besides the main three. I probably won't touch Strong Mommy Chrissy, and that's not because I am scared of her or her subbies. She's boring to me and she very rarely puts up content and I'm just really not interested. Her fantasy life is not even interesting to me. This whole I'm married to a doctor thing is not very interesting. But we'll see where we go from here. So I am going to go ahead and end this live. And I'd like to thank you very much for your time and attention. And everyone have a great day. And by the way, again, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. I will talk to you later. Peace.
Yeah, yeah. Stacks in the pocket, she bank heavy with the soul. Birkin full of paper, dream she gunning for that gold. Auntie with no babies, but she still full-time mama. Dropping bars of wisdom hot as the sun in Ghana. She don't sugarcoat, nah, she season it raw. Truth cut sharper just the way she saw. Lipstick fierce, nails done in a spell. But her heart caught the softness, she holds you when you fell. Black auntie flow, she queen of advice. Hit you with the truth, but the love real nice. She got no kids, but she raised the crew. Bank that wisdom, what she speak come true. Sunday sermon from the stoop, fans clapping hands. Every gem like currency, you cash where you stand. Crispy edges on her words like fried plantains. But she nurture every soul, calm wrath like rain. She go, baby, don't you play, get your hustle on lock. Love tougher than the steel sitting under her Glock. Oprah ambition, cooking dreams in a pot. Bought her own mansion, ain't depending on squat. Black auntie flow, she queen of advice. Hit you with the truth, but the love real nice. She got no kids, but she raised the crew. Bank that wisdom, what she speak come true.